So we have released 1 month ago our newest remote real robot lab. And it is an industrial remote real robot lab. What does it mean? It means that we have put some robots in our facilities that people can connect from wherever in the world, and they can program those robots. They can test their programs in those robots remotely in real time. So it's not a booking for a time and then you send the program and then someday will be executed and you will get the result. It's not like this. It's people connect from Malaysia, from the United States, from Switzerland. They connect to the real robots that are located in our facilities, and then they program in real time those robots. We have included 2 robots. One is an arm robot for doing pick and place tasks, and the other one is the one that we are doing in collaboration with Robotnik, which is the RB1 mobile base, which is a big base that can manage shelves. So the robot is located on that industrial lab, and then people can make the robot go underneath the shelves, pick them, and then bring them to another location, maybe where the arm robot is located, and grasp the things and load the mobile base with some items. And basically that's it. In order to access those robots, we have created 2 types of courses. One of the courses is the on-site workshops. So we provide on-site workshops at Barcelona. So there are some workshops that last for 1 week, and where people attending the workshop, they are practicing, they are learning about how to program robots with ROS, especially with ROS 2. So we manage this with ROS 2. And then in the mornings, they learn the theory, they practice with simulations, and then in the afternoon, they go to the remote lab, which is on the room beside the teaching room. So it's on the side, and then they go there and they connect to those robots also and make the projects that they have to do for the course. So this is one of the products. It's on-site teaching workshops, and then we have the online teaching workshops. Then the online teaching workshops is one that we are going to have next week, for example, is where we deliver the same workshop material, but the students, they are not in Barcelona, but they are wherever around the world. For example, we have people from Microsoft from the United States that they are taking this course next week, and then from other people mainly from Europe this time, and they are going to be doing the class live on Zoom type of meeting. They will be practicing with the simulations. And then in the afternoons, they are going to connect to those robots, but remotely. So they will be located at their facilities, wherever they are around the world, and they connect to our robots there. And they will do the same kind of practice. There are, for example, there are a couple of cameras in the area. So the students, they can see what is happening in the robots in real time. They can see if their program is working or it is not working. And they can stop the robot for emergencies. They can try new programs in real time. And I'm putting a lot of emphasis on this, on real time, because it's an innovation. So other real robot labs that remote real robot labs that exist around, they provide this kind of service, but in a limited limited in features. For example, in the time that you can access the robot, our lab is 24 hours, 7 days, is open, is available. And this is one of the advantages of our lab. And another one is that you don't have to send us any code. You don't have to program an execution of a task and then get the results. That's very difficult to develop programs with robots. In our case, it's like if you have the robot on your side, it's just the same. The only difference is that you don't have it, and then you have to see the behavior of the robot watching with a camera. So the students, they have the camera, they have the commands for sending ROS programs, for executing their ROS programs, and the code is executed on the remote robots. The access to this remote real robot lab is not for every type of a student. It's only for the pro students, those who are the pro students. So, the students that they are at the university, they are undergraduates, they are trying to get a degree. This is not our target for those labs, because the knowledge required for managing this and for understanding how all that works is, I think it's bigger. So I would say that it's targeting people who is already graduate, but especially it is for companies. They're companies and researchers. So we have in all the workshops that we have done in this so far too, okay? So we have this kind of profile because it's the target. So the enterprises, there are a lot of enterprises that they are thinking about using robotics in their tasks, in their new projects, but they don't know. They are considering about how should they use this or not, or should they go in the traditional way. Then they need to have this crash course in 1 week that provides them with all the knowledge and then take a decision. That's why this course is high quality, and we have put a lot of attention in the selection of the robots, that they are industrial robots that are used in very important projects around the world, like the ones of Robotnik, of course. So they can get this view of what is using robots for warehouses environments, what are the problematics that they will have to face by moving shelves from one place or another, or they can use the robot for something else, that moving shelves. They could be about carrying something else behind the robot, or bringing stuff to humans, or I don't know, many other options. So those enterprise guys, people who are working at companies, they can evaluate if that's the solution that they should follow. And with this workshop and with this lab, they can get a grasp of this in a very short amount of time. Okay, so at the Construct, we have developed several courses in relation with Robotnik also. And the main goal is that Robotnik has several robots. And then, of course, when you are selling those robots, then the people who buy them, they want to learn how to program them. And usually every robot, even if it works on ROS, has its own difficulties, its own particularities. Then we have created courses specific for some of the products of Robotnik. For example, we have one which is the Summit XL, which is a course that teaches how to program the Summit XL for different tasks. For example, one very interesting one is about using the Summit XL on the countryside. So the robot is localizing itself using the GPS and following a pattern of movement. So it can visit several locations. Like, for example, imagine that this robot is patrolling in the fields and check for different conditions of the vegetables or the fruits or whatever it is doing. So we created those courses specifically for a product. So we teach how to program that. Then in collaboration with you, the buyers of the robot can get also access to those courses, and then they get the whole bundle and they can learn to program the robot that they have just bought. And also we are unloading from Robotnik from the burden of having to teach your customers about how to program the robot. So that's a collaboration that we are doing. Now, then at present we have for Summit XL and another one for the Kairos, which is a mobile manipulator with an arm on top doing mobile manipulation tasks. That's impressive. That course it provides a lot of information about how to build a complete application for RB Kairos from beginning to end, including the user interface, the behavior of the robot, and so on. Then at present, we are building other courses for some of Robotnik's products. One is for the RV car, which is an autonomous car, small autonomous car that can be used in different type of applications. So it's going to be released next month. And also another one for the Robotnik RB Bogie. And then, well, so the same behavior. So those will be available at the Construct. And yeah, so you can, if you have one of those robots, that you can go and practice with them. If you don't have one of them, but you want to learn, you can also go and take the courses. It is not mandatory to have bought the robot to take those courses. It's just something extra if you bought it. And then finally, we have the other line, which is about the warehouse industrial lab that we have built in collaboration with Robotnik, which is where we use the RB1, is the mobile base made by Robotnik. And then for that, we also have built a course that teaches how to manage this RB base with ROS2. So RB base is running at present only with ROS1, but we know that ROS2 is the future, so we are already teaching how to program that base with ROS2. So we use, for the people who know about that, we use one thing that is called the ROS1 bridge that interfaces with the base, and then you can then create your programs in ROS2 and send all the orders through this bridge and reach the mobile base. We teach how to build all these pipe and how you can use this for your own projects, programming the Robotnik's robot with ROS2. The Construct and Robotnik, we have established a collaboration since 4 years ago in order to create courses of products. And those courses of products, what we do is to teach how to program the robots of Robotnik. So when Robotnik sells a robot, they can say to the customers, hey, you can take this course because it's going to teach you how to program this robot that you just bought in a very simple and fast way. Okay, in my opinion, ROS is definitely the future for service robotics because it allows the reuse of code between different types of robots. And that is a game changer.